So please don't come join late to the class. That's it. Hereafter, I won't be allowing anyone inside. Okay. So recommendation system. So generally, we all know, we all have the experience of recommendation system, right? For example, if you go to Amazon, if you are searching for a particular product, you will be getting those who bought this product is also has bought this products. So you can see many suggestions and recommendation given by that. And for example, if you search something in the Google, you can next time see lot of similar recommendations showing as an advertisement for you to give so to give you suggestions. Let us see how recommendation system is working on. Generally, whenever what is the difference between this recommendation system and search engine? What happens in the search engine? In the search engine like Google, whenever we type, we should have a domain knowledge on it, and when we give some input, it will be giving us suggestions. So it is like search engine is like a pull system. User have to initiate some task, and for that particular task, we will be getting the recommendations, or we'll be getting the suggestions based on the keyword which we have typed in the Google search bar. So this is what search engine will do. So we, based on our question, it is going to listen to the keywords and it will suggest some of the pages based upon the domain knowledge which we have. Then we can able to go and find the best solution for us. That is what this normal search engine will do. So it is very difficult for us if we don't have a proper domain knowledge. It is difficult for us to choose the appropriate answer or the data for our mm, search. So what happened in the recommendation system? Recommendation system, we are not going to search anything. It is like a push system. Search engine is like a pull system. We have to pull something out of the internet, but it is like a push system, which means the internet is going to suggest some data or some like recommendation suggestions for us. So system itself is going to take some initiative to give us the recommendations based upon our past preferences and our searches. So this is what the difference between search engine and recommendation system. So as I told you, what is the difference between search engine and recommendation? In the search engine, user have to do the initiative. We have to give the search query, and based upon the keyword, it will be searching it in the databases in the web server, and based upon the keyword, it will give you a lot of suggestions. Based on our domain knowledge, we have to find the best solution for our search. But in recommendation system, the system, it is like a push system. The system itself is going to start the initiative, and it is going to give recommendations for the user based upon the past search histories and also our past preferences. And okay, so the recommendation system is one of the important applications of this data science and machine learning. So which we can experience in our day-to-day life. As I told you, there are many recommendations. In online shopping, lot of recommendations are there. In movie recommendation, Netflix, YouTube also you can see, right? Amazon, Flipkart, like many all e-commerce websites, we can see the recommendation system. Even in Facebook, it will give you friend suggestions. In LinkedIn, we can see that it will give you a lot of suggestions. You can connect with them. This is all happening because of this recommendation system. So why do we need this recommendation system? So in this present trend, we have huge amount of data available. So we can, when we have this huge amount of data, we can make use of this data to get profit or useful patterns or recommendations out of it, which will be helping for the experts to find solutions for many things. So there are this recommendations. If I want, if this recommendation needs to be happen, we it can be happened by two ways. One is by explicit and implicit formats. So what is explicit data available means? So if this recommendation is happening means it is based upon our previous history and preference. So how do we get our previous history and the preference? One is by our explicit data available, by the comments we give, or by the ratings or the like you give to the YouTube. It will understand that this kind of YouTube videos or this kind of movies or if this kind of product is like to you. Okay, so that is what the explicit data available for the recommendation system. What is implicit recommendation? So based upon the uh, searching which we do, based upon the purchase history. So that is what the implicit data collection happens in the data for the data available for the recommendation system. So in the recommendation system, we use two kinds of information. One is characteristics information. So that is based upon our keywords, categories, preferences, profiles. Another one is user item interaction. So that is based upon our ratings and number of times we have liked an item, number of times a purchase we did for a product, all these things. So in this way only this recommendation system is collecting the information, because you already know that data science is all working based upon the available data. So gaining knowledge or from the data is what happens in the data science. So recommendation system is one of the application of the data science. If this needs to happen, we want data. So how do we get this data? Data can be collected explicitly or implicitly. Otherwise, you can get a characteristic information or user item interactions. There are mainly three types of recommendation systems are there. One is content based, collaborative based, and hybrid. So three types of recommendation system are there. Okay, content based, collaborative based, and hybrid. So hybrid means we have both content based and collaborative based. So let us discuss one by one. So before that, if any recommendation system needs to happen, how for this recommendation system, how does it function? Means it is going to use a utility matrix, that is user interaction matrix. What does this utility matrix means? This utility matrix contains set of all the user and the items. So this is what an example for utility matrix. So this matrix means, you know, you have a rows and columns. So what are the items present in this table or in the matrix is we have all the users. So A is a user, B is a user, C is a user. So that is C, cross and S. So what is S is set of all the items. So it can be a milk, butter, cheese, bread, like that. So all the items. So this is available in the utility matrix. So this is one of the important components used in this recommendation system. Based on the instance, we can able to understand lot many information. For example, you see user A have given like or rating of item 4 for 5. So if user A and user C like both this item 4. So what I can suggest, user A and C has like-minded for this item 4. So user C may also like item 1. Okay, so here also you can see user A and C have like-minded for item 5. So user C has bought item 6. So this item 6 can be also be suggested to user A also. So this is how a utility matrix helps in the recommendation system. So the columns gives all the items, and the what the row gives the uses, and that makes the utility matrix, from which we can find the similarity among the users, and then you can suggest the new item for new users. So how this actually happens is, here comes the cosine similarity. So we use the concept of cosine similarity and find the similarity between the user, and based on that value, we will be recommending a new product to the another user. But when we have little item and little amount of user, it is possible. So here comes a major issue is the scalability. As the you know that in a shop, how many items will be there? How many user may be coming to the shop? So handling this kind of um, Utility matrix is also a tedious job, which may lead to scalability problem also. So I have explained you this, right? So what is the importance of this recommendation system? So, so from this utility matrix, we can this utility matrix can be obtained. How do we get this in utility matrix? This matrix will be get through one is explicit data collection or through implicit collection. So already we have learned explicit means the way which we explicitly give our data, like our ratings, our comments, like our likes. But implicit means our previous search, our previous purchase history, all this only the what implicit item. So based on this kind of information only, we can able to make this utility matrix. From the utility matrix, uh, we can suggest or we can make a recommendation. So as I have told you, the recommendation system is of three types. What are they? Content-based filtering approach, collaborative filtering approach, and hybrid filtering approach. So what happened in the content-based filtering approach? In the content-based, we will not involve the users here, other user. We won't see other users data to do this recommendations. So if you see in this picture, you will understand very well. Here we have only one user. Okay. And so this approach will recommend the item which is similar to this item. So based upon the profile about the user's preference, the user, so for example, if the user A has bought this product, it will see the similar um, what similar item to this product, and then it will suggest to user A. So, for example, if the user A have brought a mobile phone, it will see what are the other devices or other product which is related to this mobile phone, and then it will give the suggestion to user A. So here there is for this recommendation content based filtering, it is not involving any other phone or similar gadgets related to mobile phone, and then it is giving a recommendation to user A, right? So content based approaches use profile about users preference and descriptions of the items. So here it is not involving any user input, but it do the recommendation based on the or similar products. So that is what content based filtering. So so here, if you see an example, so it is all based upon similarity of the products or movie or the items like this. So if, for example, if a person A is seeing YouTube video or music of one kind, and when a new input come, it will check the melody, the harmony, or rhythm, or the music director or artist. If any one of the other songs, um, music director or artist or the melody is similar to the user A's preference, then that movie or a song will be recommended to the user A. So user A is not compared with another user B. Instead, based upon his preference, which are all similar to his preference, that is all recommended to user A. So that is what happening in the content-based filtering. So here we will not involve any user. Instead, we will be seeing the similar items or a product or a movie or a music or whatever it may be. And the next thing is, so these are all example for it, movie recommendation system. So whenever a new item which is already preferred by user A is coming and with a similar quality of already preferred item, then that new item will be recommended for user A. The next one is collaborative filtering. So here is that is previous one is content based filtering, right? Based upon the content or the similarity of the product, it is recommended. What is collaborative filtering approach means? Here comes the users. So here we are going to compare the users. For example, if user A has brought the mobile phone, and user B also have brought the mobile phone. So then it is like user A and B are the similar users. Okay, user A has brought this brand of mobile phone and this mobile cover, all these things. User B also have brought the same brand or same mobile cover and all these things. So it makes user A and B are similar users. Now when user A is buying this headphone. Okay, since already A and B are similar user A alone is buying this headphone means what the recommendation system will do is it will suggest this headphone to user B also, because it has already found that user A and user B are similar because they have brought a similar product already. So it has found they are the similar user. So when user A has brought a new item, it suggests that same item to user B also. So this is what collaborative filtering approach. So here what is happening? So it is like checking the users and the similar users, based on that it is doing the recommendation. In content based, it is seeing the similar product and find the similarity between the product, and then it will do the suggestions. Okay. So that is so there are two categories of this collaborative filtering: user-based and item-based. User-based measure the similarity between the user. Item-based means it's similarity between the items. Okay. So now you have understood. So combination of this both is the hybrid recommendation. So three types of recommendation system: content-based recommendation system, collaborative-based recommendation system, and hybrid. So merging of these two features inside the hybrid. So what is the major advantages? So the system does not need to understand what the item is recommended. So it can easily understand what to suggest for a new user or a new item. But what is the problem here in this recommendation system is that problem is called as cold start effect. What is this cold start effect means? When we have a previous history about a particular user or previous history about particular item, in that case, it is very easy to suggest, right? Because uh, uh, this we know who are which are all the item is similar to this item, which are all users are similar, because already we have a past history about them. But when a new item is coming which doesn't have a similarity, maybe in that stage suggesting this new item is very
Okay.
difficult. That is what
Oh.
called as cold start effect. The cold start effect, the problem is it doesn't have a previous history or a previous recommendations or previous preference or previous sufficient information to do the suggestions. Okay, that is the main drawback, also called as cold start effect. Okay, so this already I have told you about this utility matrix which helps in the recommendation system. So that is customer cross items will give you the recommendations. Okay. Same thing is there. So collaborative filtering means what? It will see the similarity between the user. As I have told you, A and C are similar in purchasing two items. So now when A has brought a new item, the new item will be suggested for C as well, right? So this is what, and you can even see B and D. B and D users have brought the item too. So they are some like-minded users. So when item 1 is purchased by user B, so it will also be suggested to user D as well. So because already the utility matrix has found that they are this like-minded or similar users. So this is what happened in the collaborative filtering using utility matrix to find the similarity. So we as a humans, when we look at the matrix, we can find which are all more similar and we can do. But how the system will do the find the similarities by seeing the similarity score. So to find the similarity score, we can use the formulas like cosine similarity. So cosine similarity is one of the way to find the similarity between the users. Okay, this is just for your information. Now let us see what are the key challenges in the recommendation system. So one challenge is like data sparsity, right? Many items have few user interactions. As I told you, know, if there is lack in the previous history, then the recommendation become problem. That is data sparsity. Another challenge in this recommendation system is scalability. As I told you, to feed or to give the recommendation suggestion for millions of users at the same time when there is an intense amount of data or items are coming, it is very easy. It is not easy for handling it. So handling millions of users is difficult for the recommendation system unless you have a good computing facility. Otherwise, the scalability go down. And the cold start problem also I have told you, since if you don't have a previous history for a new item or for a new kind of user, if a new user is coming in, he doesn't have the previous history of any purchase history or liked items, then it is difficult for us for the recommendation system to give suggestions. The next challenge in recommendation system is privacy concerns. So we all this kind of data, their preference, their likes, comments are all the user concern data. So there may be problem of ethical problems may arise. This may lead to data security and privacy. Okay, for example, even you can see in the Facebook is a good example for that. So, taking a personalized data and doing an advertisement is sometimes it leads to security and privacy problem. Okay, so next one is next. So these are some of the challenges. Some of the technical challenges is high dimensionality, as I told you. Um, for example, when we want to suggest a new item, when it has large amount of features, many items and many users are there, so that is high dimension, right? So as the features increase, features are considered to be the dimension. So when many features or many items are there, handling that is very, very difficult. And data quality issue, I have showed you a utility matrix. So in some of the times, we cannot complete the utility matrix. So it becomes a incomplete data. So when we try to fill the incomplete matrix, so if you see in this matrix, all the data are not completely filled. It's based upon their likes, their comments. This table can be filled. So in that case, when it is a incomplete data, it leads to wrong suggestions. That is again a technical problem. And real-time processing, uh, like for live data, all about the recommendation system. That is one of the applications of data science. I hope you got understand this.